Hello, everybody. As you probably know who I am, Stephen. So working the Amaral concept. I'm over here in Malawi, Lilongwe, with Noel Musicha, who's the founder of Chisomo Idea.
Yes, sir.
We've just started a partnership about, I don't know, a few months ago, sold a house, and that was the first time I've made a commitment to investing in other communities with my clients. And so here we are, a couple months later, here with Noel. Known him for about 10 years.
Yes.
Been here to Malawi probably four times. First time 2013.
Yeah.
And I was just super excited to put up a little thumbnail with his face, my face, and be able to talk about what we're actually doing. So
Yeah.
if we're actually looking to partner with you as a client, then you can get a look at Noel, get an introduction into what goes on over here at Chisomo Idea. Could you give us a quick introduction, who you are?
Yeah. First of all, I want to put an emphasis on, the fact that when we're working with people and people ask, they hear our story and they ask, what can I do? One of the things that I always ask is, what do you do, right? Because we want you to get creative from the things that you're already passionate about, that you already care the most about.
Yeah.
And so Chisomo Idea is a non-profit over here in Malawi, in Africa. We are a group of friends that have committed our lives to working and improving the lives of the materially poor. We do all sorts of different types of projects, and we have, whether that's like business incubators here to allow people to be able to learn how to do certain types of businesses. For right now, we're doing a tailoring business where people are learning to make clothes, and where people are learning to, to make bags and so on and so forth. We have sports initiatives. We have like a leadership development work here in the country. And yeah, so we do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and one of the best parts about what you're describing is it's not like a concept, right? It's something that you started a while ago.
Absolutely.
And so the difference that I see whenever I'd come back here is pretty substantial. Like this building, this wasn't here, right? And if you pan over there, that there's an oven. There's you can pan the camera that way if you want. Yeah, there you go. You like turn it. There you go. Just keep turning it. It'll go. And then over here, right, you have the oven where you see a bunch of ladies just from the village. Yeah. And now we started up on this infrastructure.
Yes.
And then what I've learned over the years between working with you, working with other communities, is how critical it is that I don't come in with my agenda, right? I could see something that you're enjoying, something that's beautiful that you're doing here in the community, but as soon as I come in and I try to use my experience as a realtor in San Diego, in Malawi, Africa, like there's a whole bunch of different problems that come up.
Absolutely. Yeah, even I am not out here always thinking, I'm not driving my agenda. We are driving the agenda of the community. We are driving the agenda of the greater community, and then we are driving the agenda of the leadership community in terms of like the things that we say, okay, let's try this idea and let's try to work with this. And we've seen a lot of successful stories by doing that. And so we're just very excited to be able to get into a partnership with you guys, and hopefully there are more and more people that are working with you, because the more people are working with you, the more people are working with me. So that makes me happy. That makes that gets me super excited.
Yep. So as you can see from this, we came here about $1,900, right?
Yes.
Is what we're putting towards work here, and there was some other money that went elsewhere. But if you want to show, this building is something that you've had up for how many years?
Oh, a few years.
A few years.
Pre-pandemic.
Pre-pandemic.
This was
the
our
adventure of
the
pandemic.
Pre-pandemic work.
So now that you're able to get the community going out, you've been working, getting things together.
And hopefully you'll be able to show them some of the work that we've already done with the money that you've given. The 1,500, where we had an epic leadership conference that people are still talking about up to now. Lots of young people that are coming together to be inspired, to know that their lives can mean something. And there's a lot about the things that we can do, practices that we can enter into to change our lives. But the first thing that has to change is a mindset. And so that space was about that. You were there.
Yeah, I was there, and it was
cool.
It was great. It was very cool.
It was cool.
It's a TED Talk, but not a TED Talk.
It's a TED Talk, but not a TED Talk. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So then we did that. We put some of the money in that space, and I thought that was incredible. And of course, as you can see here, we're working on like, windows for this building, and then inside we've just been working on the paint. I hope you can show them our process.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You have some photos from the other day where you can show them the process of that beginning to come together, which was incredible by itself. Just the people coming together to do the work by themselves. What you get to do is to say, okay, what can I contribute that? What can I contribute there? That's why I was saying, first question, what do you do? All right, I do real estate, and here are my dreams. Okay, how can we make sure that alongside your dreams, you're dreaming about others too that have less? That's my story. That's how I ended up here. That's how I've been here for over a decade,
Hey, I think that's awesome, and I think it's a testimony of this is what you say you are, and look what the results of who you are has become. Right, purchase the land. They also have a soccer field over here. I don't know if you had a chance to take a peek at that, but what we're also talking about is as somebody who's also trying to learn how to manage my business and whatnot. Like sometimes it's really good. Like it's really easy to go for like the sexy, easy projects, right?
Yes.
Like so feeding people.
Yes.
Working directly in the community, like at a hospital, doing
Sure,
funds.
sure.
But what I've learned over the years is there's something extremely critical about infrastructure. Right, so you're famous for saying like you focus on culture and then in comes infrastructure, like the land and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so it seems like right now you're ripe and ready for that growth.
Land development, right? We have spent the last almost 17 years just talking about the things that we need to be about. Making sure that we have the right people in place to develop the ideas that we're developing here. We are now at a place where we want to build out, where we want to build out our infrastructure, because the energy that we build within our culture is ready for the type of infrastructure. We want to make sure that the two match each other, right?
Yeah.
I've always said the heart of the matter and the art of the matter kind of have to work together, So the art, which is culture, the culture creation has been a true art.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, structures, buildings, spaces. We envision a lot of different things here. We envision, a car over there that's broken up, that's being fixed up, so that young people in the community can learn mechanics.
I like that. That's
we
beautiful.
envision a carpentry shop here, where young people, men and women, are learning carpentry on this location, right? We envision, we were talking a couple of years when I was here, we envision like, machines, and people are learning tailoring and things like that. We have that. Now we have that. We have these machines, and people have come here and they've learned tailoring, and some of them have started their own businesses. I mean, your heart, how full is your heart when something like that happens?
Dude, there's nothing better, right? I mean, I can buy the new iPhone, and I can buy, whatever else that appeases me, like a nice dinner down in the gas lamp, right?
Yeah.
But like when you start looking at the long term, like you change somebody's life.
Yeah.
You're like, and even if it's not mind blowing, this whatever, like, oh, you I don't know, built like a 5-star resort here for all the people, the fact that you're giving value to the people who are forgotten, who sometimes struggle with that self-identity. You're helping them realize their identity, who they are, right?
There we go.
So,
and the cool thing about it is, as they find themselves, we find ourselves. That's the beauty of it, right? That's the beauty of it. When you find something that you're passionate about, your energy levels are off the charts, right?
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of it, is that we are doing something that we love and that we care for, with the people we love and that we care for, and we are inviting you into the story. And you've taken a first step in that to say, oh, no, I want to be here. And so it's cool to see you providing the finances, and the finances already being put to work.
Yeah.
So,
and it's been fun. It's been really, really fun. And one of the things I love is I've been able to send messages back to the clients that trusted me with this project. And it's been exciting. I remember I forgot to message him back for a couple of days, and he was like, "What's going on in Africa?" Like it's exciting stuff. It's very exciting.
And I love too that as we are talking, as you're seeing the need, as you're with the people, and then we're talking about, hey, look, we also have our team here that we need to be thinking about,
Yeah.
and we need to figure out ways to be able to help. I love how quickly you were also able to say, look, I don't want to just kind of like do this like one-time projects, but I also, or like contribute towards the one-time monies that are coming in. But I also personally want to make sure that I am connected and we are on some level helping the team that's doing such a great work here on a day-to-day basis. You know,
Yeah.
that helps me be able to put a burden down.
Yeah.
That's what this is about.
Oh, yeah.
That's what this is about.
Because without leader, I mean, what you live in the States,
Yeah.
you're a pastor over in the States, and this is also a piece that you grew up here, this
Yeah.
is your home.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the people that are running this, like you're doing a lot of the stuff over there, but you have the people here on the ground who have
Yeah.
given up some pretty substantial job offers,
Opportunities,
and just because they've loved the community here.
Yeah.
And so that was a big piece. I think when I came in initially, like one of the talks I had with Stephen Joyce is that goal was to come in with projects.
Yeah.
And be like, all right, these are the projects that we have that we want to join in with you. But then it started evolving.
Yeah.
Because the more time I spent with the leaders here and seeing like the kind of transitions
Impact.
that were happening, the
Yeah.
impact, the
Yeah.
transitions,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, there has to be something longer term. So through that, right, committed to a year of helping increase that staff infrastructure so that
Yeah.
they have more comfort. Nothing super substantial, but something.
Yes.
Because that's, I think when it's easy to look at the kids out here, right,
Yeah.
and say, okay, we got to help them, got to help them.
There,
But then
yeah.
the people who are giving the most, their time, their
People that
they
are
already
doing the work.
have opportunity,
Yeah.
but they choose to be here,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And so that's what this is about.
Yeah.
And as a summary, I appreciate you, appreciate the team. If you guys are more interested, we actually use this camera. Thank you, Von Wick, for, if you hear that name again, for helping out with the camera today.
Yes, yes.
His first time actually holding the camera. So
Gumbo,
you're doing
the
great,
gumbo.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But if you guys are more interested, this is the guy, the team that he's looking over. Chisomo Idea. I'll put a link down below. But this is one of the opportunities that you have to pour into, whether you buy, sell a house with me, or you just want to look at the ministry on your own.
Yeah.
These are the people.
Excellent.
Great stuff.
Excellent.
All right.
Hey, we love you all, and enjoy. But don't forget, like life actually is best enjoyed. The gifts we have in our lives are best enjoyed when we share them with others.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Blessings to you. Meet you soon.
Perfect.